Hello and namaste, my beautiful friends. I'm Jill Loftus of Nuit Astrology. Welcome to your planetary energy forecast for the week of December the 9th, 2024. Now, this week we have a lot of karmic relationship energy building. We have some very positive aspects to Mercury retrograde in Sagittarius, a little tension between Mars and Venus, and then we wrap it up with a pretty tense full moon. So one of the things I want you to kind of think about as you move through the week is the building clash or square between Jupiter in Gemini and Saturn in the sign of Pisces. This is going to be a theme that kind of builds through until the end of the month. Now, there's going to be more of a culmination as we get to the end of the month. And think about what this configuration means. It means the planet of expansion, an opportunity, and inspiration in a more philosophical sense of like, yeah, let's accomplish something. Let's do this. It's in a difficult angle with the planet that relates to the rules and the structure. And that Saturnian edge in Pisces, it's cold, it's harsh, it's sometimes destabilizing. So if you feel that energy, then recognize what that is. And what it's doing is guiding you in a certain direction. It's changing your mind in order to change your life, changing your philosophies in order to construct the next phase of your life. So feel a bit into that as you begin the week. Now, on Monday the 9th, we have Venus sending a beautiful trine energy, which is a blessing energy, to the South Node in the sign of Aries, or in Libra. It's also sextile to the North Node in Aries. This is where this relationship karma that's really been building over the last 14 months or so has really been getting sharpened. Pluto is also sending beautiful energy to those. So transformation within your relationships, but transformation in the way you function within your relationships. This is really supported by this beautiful Venusian energy in Aquarius right now. And so feel into that. We also have the Sun in Sagittarius trining to Chiron in Aries. This is a beautiful fire trine. So the more you want to dig into the new understandings, read a book, take a course that helps you to understand your own particular wounds and how you are responsible for working on yourself and healing yourself is very supported. Now, again, we have some moon voids. We have on the 10th, a moon void 5:13 p.m. Eastern until 10:55 a.m. on the 11th, so the next day. So adjust that for your time zone, but realize when you wake up on the 11th, things might feel a little floaty, a little unstructured. That's the moon void. Great for artistic work. Then on the 11th, we start to get Venus in a clash with Mars. Now, they're going to step into the sky across from each other. And Mars is in Leo. Mars wants to be seen, wants to take actions. Mars is feeling himself, right? Venus is a little bit detached over there in Aquarius. It's not the best combo. And so just watch if there's a little bit of masculine, feminine, back and forth here, a disagreement about values or passions or what direction to move forward. Try to find a balance. That's what oppositions ask us to do, to find harmony somewhere in the center. Now, at the same time that's happening, Venus is going to sextile to Mercury in Sagittarius, and Mars is going to trine to Mercury in Sagittarius. So this is a broad-minded Mercury. Mercury has been, this whole retrograde cycle for Mercury is in Sagittarius. He's on a quest, trying to understand the bigger picture of things. And so this is supportive energy that I think will help that opposition to be a little bit more mild. But if you know where those areas of life are for you, Sagittarius, Aquarius, and Leo, understand that there is the potential to harmonize those as we get through this week. Now, I'm also really watching the moon void on the 13th because it is from 7:39 a.m. till 12:22 a.m. Eastern. So decent moon void there. And that guides us into our full moon on the 15th. Now, this full moon occurs at 4:02 a.m. Eastern at 23 degrees of the sign of Gemini. Now, remember, Gemini is ruled by Mercury, and that is the exact same day that Mercury will pause in the sky, have its station point, and begin its direct motion. This adds an enormous amount of power to this full moon, this culmination. It will really, I think, drive home the ideas of what you've had to reconsider or rethink in that Sagittarius area of life. but especially because across the sky from Sagittarius is Gemini, right? And that's where this full moon is. So it's a letting go of old thought forms, of old ways of thinking and expressing yourself. It's letting go of the kind of the things that you were brought up with that you've outgrown. Now, this full moon is also in a clash with Neptune. This introduces some confusion, a little uncertainty, brings in this kind of sense of, I don't know, just destabilization. So I want you to make sure that you have an awareness as you're working through the week of what you want to consciously change for that full moon. What are you consciously cutting a cord on or letting go of? All right. So make sure it's not just something you just kind of think up while you're doing your ritual. Now, another thing to note is that there's a moon void. So we have that, if you're on the East Coast, super early morning, full moon. But as we get through the morning at 9:32 a.m. Eastern until 2:21 p.m. Eastern, we have another moon void. So if you want to ritualize this full moon, I want you to avoid that time space. Now, that might be a good time to kind of dream into and feel into what you want to do, but make sure it's very conscious, right? That Gemini energy can want both, and you need to really be clear about what you're letting go of because you have to make space for what is new and next. All right. And then another thing to kind of take note of is, that Saturn and Pisces square to Jupiter. Remember, Jupiter is in Gemini as well. This is what's bringing in so much information, right? Too much information, that Jupiter in Gemini. So just take note of that as you prepare for that full moon as well. Now, on the light side of the week, I'm loving Venus in a flow with the nodes. This is wrapping up a 19-year cycle, so you might want to do a little journaling on late 2005, early 2006, and what relevance this period may have for you on that. I'm also loving the Sun trine to Chiron. Chiron's been helping so much. It's really been there to assist us if you can access your wounded healer. And then the Mercury sextile to Venus trine to Mars. I mean, some good Mercury aspects as it's getting ready to station. I'll take that. For the shadow, Mars, Venus, the divine masculine and the divine feminine seem like they're always in a battle. Right now, it seems a little bit more pointed. So I'm really kind of watching that. And of course, that Jupiter square to Saturn. This is a big deal, okay? This is coming from the conjunction, the meeting that they had back in 2020. And now here we are. So there's a growth period happening here. It might not be super comfortable. And then that full moon, it's a little bit of a tense full moon. It's not going to be the easiest full moon. So you're going to need to really make sure that you're grounded, that you have mental clarity, and that you don't get lost in overwhelm, because those are some of the factors that we're really going to be feeling with that amplified energy that a full moon naturally brings. So I hope you found this useful and helpful. If you did, please drop a comment below. Please like, please share with a friend. I appreciate it. It helps the channel to grow. I have a lot of new content on my website. I have a brand new reading, Life Path and Purpose reading. I also am starting a new life transformation course in January. So I hope you will hop on there and check it out. I appreciate your support, and let's see what the Isis Lotus Tarot has to say about this week. Hello, my beautiful friends. Let's take a look at the Isis Lotus Tarot spread for the week of December the 9th, 2024. Definitely some positive energy this week. And truly try to get some traction, because the end of the month is a little sketch. I hope your Mars station was fruitful and positive. That happened on the 6th or the 7th, depending on where you are in the world. But that Mars station, really relevant, particularly to Scorpios and Aries, but relevant to all of us. Leos and Aquarius as well. Well, I guess in Cancer and Cap too, because it's going to wander back through there. So yeah. All right. Isis Lotus Tarot for the collective week of December the 9th. All right, first card is the basic influence of the past, where we're coming from, and we've got the Ace of Cups. So we've got this new beginning that we want to initiate. And you, Four of Cups. Now, I read this card as two different ways. It can be like, trust the universe, or it can also be, get off your butt and stop waiting for everybody, the good Lord to do it for you. So you have to kind of feel into that and see which one you're feeling. Like, should you be in a little bit more in trust or a little bit more in action? The environment, Queen of Cups. So you are in this kind of feeling of wanting to be of service, of wanting to help, of wanting to heal. And as these influences come together, the Six of Swords says, you're moving in the right direction. You've got to get to a better place. You've not been in a great place, okay? Key card of the future is the Empress. Time to create, to birth, to start something, to be the change that you want to see. Now, the opposing forces, Ten of Wands. No, you do not have to take it all on yourself. Or the High Priestess. Yes, lean in to that cosmic support. Near future detail card, King of Pentacles. You got to pay attention to the money. You got to pay attention to how you're spending your time and energy. You need to king a little bit more here. Be a little bit more authoritative is the word that came to me, but that's not the word I want to use. It's a little bit more directive, a little bit more in charge, a little bit more accountable too. Now, on the Ten of Wands side, we have the Knight of Wands, which means, yeah, you're taking it all on and you also are feeling pretty burdened by it. On the High Priestess side, we have the Three of Wands indicating that you're moving in the right direction. So if you already spiritualized this situation, you're tapping in, clearly you're in the right direction. Now, over here with Ten of Wands and Knight of Wands, we have the Seven of Pentacles. You've got to think long term. You cannot sustain this level of effort. On the High Priestess, Three of Wands side, Four of Pentacles. Also a conservative card, Four of Pentacles. It says, hey, watch your money, watch your time. Don't overextend yourself. Now, our two possible solutions are progressions on the Ten of Wands side with the Knight of Wands and the Seven of Pentacles, the Four of Swords. Do what you can do and then sit back, okay? Don't overdo, don't overextend. On the High Priestess, Three of Wands, Four of Pentacles side, Nine of Wands. Now, this side is saying, keep going. Don't give up. Clearly on one side, it's pause, wait, redirect, and the other side is move forward. Now on the Ten of Wands, Knight of Wands, Seven of Pentacles, Four of Swords side, we have the Ten of Cups. So this is more like redistribute the work, try to process the anger, make sure you're moving in the right direction for your long-term future, and then wait for the right timing to achieve that bliss state that you want, the happiness, particularly at home, okay? On the other side, we've got, with the Nine of Wands, the Death card. This is interesting. High Priestess, right? We're supported. Three of Wands, moving in the right direction, Four of Pentacles, but we have to be wise with our resources and time. We have to know the direction that we want to move forward, and then there will be some kind of ending here. So, very, very two distinct ways to work with the energy. And I think the basic thing to ask yourself is, are you trying to take it all on and be responsible for everything and everyone? And if so, then this is the pathway to take. If you feel connected with this thing that you want to create, if you really feel connected, then this is the path that you need to take. Watch for that ending. It will be natural, but it might not be comfortable. All right, my friends. Have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next time.